Am I the a-hole for telling my dad's wife she can't blame us for their divorce? My brother, 19M, and I, 21F, lost our mom when we were really young. I was 7 and he was 5. Losing her shaped so much of who we are and how we see family. It wasn't just grief. It was this giant hole in our lives that nobody could ever fill, no matter how much people thought we needed a new mom. When Dad met his wife, we were still little. I was 9, and my brother was 7. They dated for about a year before Dad even brought up introducing us. He actually sat us down and asked how we felt about it, which I'll always respect him for. At the time, we were both pretty adamant. We didn't want a new mom. We loved and missed our mom, and we didn't want anyone to replace her. Dad reassured us over and over that she would never replace Mom. He said maybe, if things worked out, she would become our stepmom, but she'd never try to erase our mom's memory. We eventually met her, and honestly, we got along fine. She was polite, she tried, and she wasn't mean or anything. But there was no instant bond, no magical connection. She wasn't our mom, and we weren't looking for one. Still, Dad worked really hard to make sure we had a good relationship. He included her in family activities, and he also made sure we never felt forced. He and she had this agreement that he would remain the primary parent, and she'd step into more of a supporting role, not to boss us around or discipline us, but to be there if we needed her. It actually worked pretty well, and to us, it felt respectful. What we didn't realize until much later was that she had very different expectations. She has since admitted that she always believed, deep down, that eventually we'd come to see her as a bonus mom. That one day we'd just wake up and decide she was a parent to us. But that never happened. When they got married, I was 12, my brother was 10, we were still okay with Dad being with her, but we never viewed her as a mom. It wasn't out of spite. It was just reality. Things were smooth for a while. She and Dad eventually had 2 kids together when we were teens. We love our half-siblings, and things honestly felt pretty stable. But as the years went by, the stepmom dream she'd built up for herself didn't happen. We got along, yes, but she never became the mother figure she wanted to be. The real tipping point came after my brother graduated. At our graduations, both of us made speeches where we honored our dad. We said things about how losing our mom shaped us, how Dad stepped up, and how he showed us that one parent can still raise great kids. We also gave her a shout-out, thanked her for being part of our lives and for supporting us, but we never called her our mom. We never gave her that label she craved. To us, that was honest. To her, it was a slap in the face. She got angry and accused us of being ungrateful and cruel, like we'd just spit on everything she did for us. Dad defended us and told her that she had no right to rewrite our feelings. He reminded her that we did acknowledge her, but our relationship with her just wasn't parental, and that was okay. But she couldn't accept that. She admitted she always expected that we'd eventually see her as a real mom, and when that didn't happen, she felt cheated. She said the fact that she gave us siblings should have meant more, that it should have made her one of the parents by default. Then she told Dad she couldn't keep doing this if we were never going to view her that way. Dad told her straight up, if it comes down to her or us, he would always choose us. And that was basically the death blow to their marriage. She filed for divorce not long after. Now it's been almost a year of messy divorce proceedings, and things are finally wrapping up. I think that's why she snapped at us recently. She came over to Dad's house and saw us there. Out of nowhere, she started in on us, saying we must be so proud of ourselves for ruining her marriage. That we clung to our poor little dead mommy as an excuse to shut her out. She even said she hoped our mom was worth the destruction of her marriage and family unit. I saw red. I told her flat out that she was never going to be able to make us feel responsible for her and Dad's divorce, because it wasn't our fault. We didn't ask Dad to choose, but if he had to, of course he chose his kids. That's what good dads do. She fired back that my response just proved how cold and uncaring we were, and she kept yelling until Dad made her leave. He told her never to speak to us like that again. She stormed out shouting that we didn't really care about him and never would. After she left, Dad reassured us. He said we didn't cause this divorce, that her expectations were unreasonable, and that he never once regretted putting us first. My brother and I both believe him, and neither of us feels guilty. But I can't lie, her words stung. Now I keep wondering, did I go too far? Am I the a-hole for telling her she'll never make us feel responsible for the divorce, even though it clearly set her off?